Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Kuat Grip Ski and Snowboard carrier right here on our 2020 Ford Edge. So you have your Ford Edge and maybe you're ready to hit the slopes. You have everything ready. You've got your skis and snowboards, you've got your snow gear, your helmets, your snowsuits. What you also probably need is a ski and snowboard carrier. So that's where this one comes in handy. This is the Kuat Grip Ski and Snowboard Carrier. Comes in two different sizes, the Kuat Grip 4 or the Kuat Grip 6. Comes in 3 different colors. You can get it in gray, black, or pearl. And it's definitely what I consider the premium ski and snowboard carrier. Has a very unique slide out function that makes it so much easier to load and unload your skis and snowboards, and it has a pretty cool way of holding on to them. So we'll take a look at those different features just to see if they're the right fit for you, your skis and snowboards, and your Ford Edge. So what I have here is the Kuat Grip 4, which means it can carry up to 4 pairs of skis. What I have on there is 1 set of skis and 1 snowboard. So we're going to take some measurements just to kind of give you an idea of how your skis and snowboards will sit on there. Measuring from the top of our roof to the bottom of the snowboard, we have it at about 8 inches. That's also where the center of our skis is. So depending on the height of your roof rack, my roof rack sits at about 5 inches above my roof to the top of the roof rack. That will determine on whether you have enough clearance between your snowboards and your glass roof. So this is kind of a bulky ski and snowboard carrier, which just means that it has more space for other features. If you're looking for something that's super duper low profile, maybe check out the Yakima Fat Cat Evo. That's a lot smaller than this one, but it has its pros, it has its cons. One thing I'd like to talk about is the clamps. So notice how I have them connected to our Inno Aero wider crossbars. So the center of one clamp to another, it sits at about 17 inches. From the outside of one clamp to the outside of the other, it's 19.5 inches. So that's how much clearance you're gonna need on your crossbar or roof rack system in order to mount this. I have this on the overhang, which is great because I have the space for this, but you may or may not have the space for this on your Ford Edge. Now let's take a look at the main feature of this ski and snowboard carrier, which is that it slides out. So first you need to unlock the locks on the sides of the carriers and then push these tabs to the unlocked position. Then just lift on these handles. Notice how they're really heavy handles or large handles, which means you can just push them up even if you have your gloves or your mittens on. Very easy to do. Then you're gonna have to reach in, then press the tabs on the inside and just slide these out. And if you don't have overhang like I do and your ski and snowboard carrier is mounted towards the center of your crossbars, having it slide out like this makes it so much easier to load and unload your snowboards. So just like this, even I can lift this off easily. With this out there, let's take a quick look at the inside of our Kuat Grip. This has a very unique design when it comes to the rubber cushions on the inside. Most ski and snowboards have a long strip of rubber cushion. This has rubber teeth, which is pretty cool because then it adjusts to your different skis, your different snowboards, and it adds all that grip and that cushion that you would ever need. Without anything loaded inside the ski and snowboard carrier, this is now in the down position or just ready to drive position. And measuring from the top of our roof to the top of the carrier, it sits at 9 1/8 inches. Again, this is not as aerodynamic as some of the other more compact carriers, but it still has its own edges. It still kind of gives you that flow for the air to try to reduce the wind drag and wind noise on the road. This has a very low profile clamp. So if you have the aftermarket crossbars that are not these, the ones that are usually lowered to your roof, you might be interested in them because look at how they're just the strap that goes around your crossbar. Definitely something worth considering if you are concerned about roof clearance. It's also very easy to use since you only use the hex tool and you just use a strap, so not so much adjustment compared to, let's say, the Yakima Evo, which takes a lot of adjusting and configuration. This is easy to use. Let's take a look at that process. So to install it, what you need to do is just fit this around your crossbars. Notice how I have it on our overhang and also how we have our straps They're super low profile. Just fit that into the lever and then rotate. With it latched into place, you can now use the included Kuat tool, which is going to be a hex wrench, to just tighten it down. With everything tightened down, don't forget to check all 4 of those bolts. You're now ready to just lift this up and load it with your skis and your snowboards. Don't forget to use your slide out feature, which can be accessed by this button right over here. So my personal thoughts about this ski and snowboard carrier is I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a premium ski and snowboard carrier. If you really like something that's easy to use, easy to install, looks good, works well, you can definitely see how this checks off all those boxes. Maybe the only downside to this is the price point. Because you want something with premium features, you kind of do have to pay a premium price. So some other alternatives for you are definitely, let's say, the Yakima Fat Cat Evo, which I mentioned earlier. Another good alternative would be the Inno locking ski and snowboard carrier. You can check those videos out. We did them right here on this vehicle, so you can compare, see the pros and cons of each one. But I definitely recommend this one if you want it all. And that was a look right here at our Kuat Grip Ski and Snowboard carrier here on our 2020 Ford Edge.